Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Alex Dworkin, and I'm a managing partner at 40 Capital. We specialize in a very unique approach to the stock market. We use mathematical calculations to calculate the stock market and individual stocks in three-dimensional space. And by doing so, we essentially see perfect order within those instruments, and then subsequently we can make very accurate time and price predictions on multiple time frames. I personally believe our work is nearly identical to what Jim Simmons was able to accomplish at Renaissance Technologies. I'll include a number of links in the description of this video for you to click on and explore our work, see how our math works, see proof, and so on and so forth. So if you want to jump down that rabbit hole, I definitely encourage you to do so. And of course, you can email me if you would have any questions. Don't forget to subscribe. And today's analysis, we're going to be looking at soybean oil futures. This is something we've been following for a number of years, and actually we took a long position right here at the bottom. I believe our target was, well, we took the long position in February of 2024 right here at the bottom at $30. And I think the low was 29.44, if I remember correctly, something similar to that. So it was a perfect time price hit on soybean oil futures. Now, our forecast essentially hasn't changed since then. We had a very aggressive forecast that soybean oil will increase quite substantially into over $100 territory, and that forecast essentially remains in place. Now, there's a we did well. Let me jump in and kind of explain what these triangles are, because a lot of the people that watch our videos are new subscribers, new people approaching our work, so it's they're not sure exactly what I'm talking about here. So the cycles you see at the bottom and the top of the charts are what we call um, uh, uh, the cycle composites. I'm sorry. And the bottom ones represents bottoms in any given stock, and the top ones represent tops in whatever it is that we're looking at. Now, what makes it a little bit more difficult than what you see on the chart here is that what we found over the years is that there are multiple up composites and down composites running in any given stock. And I've talked about that before, but in this particular situation, I will actually show you what I mean. So there might be two or three up cycle composites running, and then two or three down cycle composites running. And they represent something a little bit different, but if you put them together and you know how to put them together, you can get very accurate representation of what the underlying security is going to do, not only well, has done in the past and will do in the future. The lines you see on the chart are what we call cycle clusters. Okay, so our software has the capability of analyzing the chart going back, identifying all the cycles, our proprietary cycles. I shouldn't say all the cycles because there can be a billion different ones, but our proprietary cycles, and then projecting them into the future. What we found over the years is that when the stock market or individual stocks usually turn not when any individual cycle arrives, but when a multitude of cycles arrive at the same time. So if we have, for example, two or three or four cycles arriving on the same day, we know with a high degree of certainty, particularly if those are long-term powerful cycles, we know with high degree of certainty that it's going to be an important turning point in that underlying security. When we combine them together, we have a very good indication of what the turning point is going to be in time, and that's how we are able to essentially identify this particular bottom on soybean oil with such a precision. So um, basically, our original forecast was the bottom here, and then we will have a substantial increase into 2027 with, let me minimize this, with soybean reaching this level, which is, I believe, 110. But typically what we know from history is that these levels are taken out and then subsequently probably increasing into this level, which is 124, 125, 130, etc. So that was our original forecast, the bottom here, and then subsequent increase into this. So we still have quite a bit of time to realize this um, forecast. if April of 2027, which is the next projected time turning point, is what we're looking for our major cycle top. Let me show you that chart um, here in a second. So this is a representation of that forecast. Is the bottom, the top here, major bottom here, and major top here in 2027. So we are looking into that 110, 125 target, depending on where we are. Now, we just rerun the analysis for this video and for our subscribers, and our system outputted a little bit different output, identifying a different um, cycle composite at the top that suggests that perhaps the top is coming a little bit sooner than we originally thought. And let me show you that one. It is right here, the original chart. So this one is identifying the end of the year as a possible top completion turning point. And essentially what I'm saying in the forecast is that we have to ascertain where the price is when we get into the October-November timeframe. And then we can essentially understand whether or not we're going to get a significant run up higher in the futures, or if our original forecast is indeed playing out. And there are different ways to tell that, but for those following soybean oil futures, I think this is a very good indicator, or very good in the forecast to kind of keep your eye on for the top. So it's either going to happen at the end of this year, early next year, or it's going to happen in 2027. That really depends on, and I have a call here. Let me hang up. Okay. And that's essentially going to happen once again by the end of the year. We have a much clearer picture which one is playing out. Now we have a different number of different ways to ascertain that, as I've mentioned a little while ago. But this is once again a very good forecast for those following soybean oil, just to watch for that and be very very careful. That's pretty much covers it for today. I believe we'll have some targeting analysis for one of our fast movers tomorrow. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email and I'll try to get back to everyone. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye bye.